Let's see if HerO can bring it back. He does have the opportunity to bring it back here.
Yeah, I mean, he just played out a very drawn-out game. He did qualify in our online qualifier when he defeated Slayer Sleep, in fact.
Yes,
so
he did.
He certainly has a good opportunity to win this game. Unfortunately, I don't know why the scoreboard isn't showing once again.
There it
just loves to turn off on me.
There it is.
Yeah.
Interesting map pick from HerO. It's a very strange Antigua Shipyard.
Well, this is certainly a map where that third expansion is quite vulnerable. Now, if we look at the map, the way it is designed right now, the way that both players have spawned, Puma's third is actually going to be very vulnerable to HerO. If you guys look right here, this is the natural progression for the Terran player's expansion. If he expands here, those rocks are right in front of the Protoss's main. And rather, if HerO expands, he's going to be out here away from the Terran player. So just based on these spawns alone, I really feel like our Protoss player, HerO here, is going to have an innate advantage.
Yeah, certainly. It's going to be a lot easier for HerO to harass Puma's third, especially if he's using Colossus. Can get rid of those destructible debris and then work his way up into the third. Now, you know, Puma might just choose to go for the gold, actually.
That is quite possible.
In these spawns, it might even be safer. But the question is can you hold the gold?
Yeah, that gold is underlooking the high ground, and Colossus, Templar, Stalkers, charge lots warping in. There's quite a few things that can bother your SCV line if they're on the low ground under that cliff.
Once again, we do see a gas opener here from Puma, and this is certainly not Puma's standard style. Puma really likes to do the gasless FE into 3 racks and then tech from there. I haven't seen him use this gas opener very frequently. It's kind of surprising that he's using it.
Well, it looks like HerO right now is going up to 17 supply. Went ahead and dropped a Nexus first. Interesting, so he's going to go right away for the expansion. It's a little bold, it's a little vulnerable, but hey, if Puma doesn't attack him, then he can certainly get away and reap some rewards.
Well, Puma should be in a position to attack. It depends on what he does here. Going for that super quick factory. Interesting. Now, you know, he definitely still has the potential to be going for a 1-1-1 all in here. He could be going for a very quick Banshee. There's multiple possibilities. He is still only on 1 gas, though.
The thing about that 1-1 all in is it was so prevalent a few months ago. People were all up in arms, and there's a little lag right there. The people were all up in arms about that 1-1 all in. It was so hard to hold off. We do have a pause, please. But nowadays, it seems like more and more Protoss players are learning how to deal with that all-in strategy. And make no mistake, it's an all-in. If you hold it off, you're way ahead.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think it was just a matter of time before Protoss players really figured out the proper mechanics and the proper steps to holding off the 1-1-1 all-in. And now that they have, we don't see it nearly as much. And I think it also depends on the map and the spawns. If you get relatively close spawns, or if it's a 1v1 map.
Especially a small map like Xel'Naga Caverns.
Yeah, Xel'Naga Caverns is the map that almost everyone exclusively used that build on for a long time.
And that was such a prevalent map in the ladder pool and all the tournament scenes. I think that was where a lot of the complaints came from. But here at the IPL, we actually removed that from the ladder pool, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe we did.
I believe we did. So that is not going to be a problem here in this matchup. Now, whether or not Puma decides to go for that all-in, even though it's Antigua Shipyard, remains to be seen. Both players are currently paused right now, so unfortunately we just really have no idea.
I'm not sure what's going on with HerO's computer. It seems like it is stuttering a little bit. I'm not sure if that's what's actually causing the game lag.
Yeah.
But then again, he might just be pausing due to the fact that there was lag for a brief moment. So.
Yeah, and we're having one of our assistants there. That is Ron. He's going to go ahead and assist with HerO's computer. See if he can make this work. And go ahead and give an applause for Ron, guys. That is Dark Rabbi, by the way, if you guys didn't know. He is sometimes our co-caster when 1 or 2 of us or more are sick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also the proud owner of HD Teddy, which he did not allow me to bring here.
Oh, really? Is that what happened?
I asked him, I was like, can I bring it?
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible.
I should have stole it, huh?
Isn't that what we originally did with HD Teddy?
I didn't know. I thought no one had claimed the teddy bear, so I thought I could just bring it.
It was a nice teddy bear, man.
It was so cuddly, man. I loved it.
Like a Paddington bear.
Yes.
So game 1, HerO falling a little bit short towards the end there, but still a very, very close game between those two.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens in this second game. Obviously, HerO is going to have to bring it back here. Both players certainly look like they're ready to go, and the game has resumed.
Well, he went with the Nexus first this time. I'm a little bit worried for him because we have the potential for a Reactor Hellion opener here from Puma, and if he does go with that Reactor Hellion opener, I could see him doing quite a bit of damage now. Is he going to swap these out? Is he going to add a starport? Yeah, I think he actually is going to open with Reactor Hellion, and Puma is going to have a big smile on his face when he scouts exactly what HerO is up to. He's going to be able to do so much damage with these Hellions.
All right, we'll have to see. The SCV is going to make its way into the natural right now. Only a single gateway of production worth for HerO. He has a cybernetics core in the background. Once again, a little bit of a lag spike, and HerO once again requesting the pause. And you can't really blame him, guys. I mean, this is such a high level of play. There's $100,000 on the line here at Atlantic City. They want to make sure everything is working 100% fine.
Hopefully we don't have to switch out his machine, because that would suck. In the meantime, while we get these technical difficulties sorted out, we are going to go to a quick commercial, so don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
Are we going to be right back?
Yes.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We're here live at Atlantic City. First of all, I just want to say I heard we have broken over 40K viewers here on day 3 of IPL. So I just want to give a shout out to all the viewers on stream.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome. If you guys want to get IPL 3 trending, hashtag IPL 3 on Twitter, get out there, tweet. There it is, audience shot right there. And we are live once again.
Oh, the game has begun.
It has indeed. Wow, he actually swapped out the Reactor Hellion. Oh, I would have loved to have seen him make 2 more there. I don't know how much damage he's going to be able to do now. These Hellions are on their way in here. First Stalker is going to come out. Is he going to be able to block the ramp there? It looks like he will, but these probes are exposed.
Oh, the probe's going for the surround.
Very
it looks like
nice.
only a single probe going down there, so not too bad for the Protoss player. And meanwhile, the Hellion is going to get destroyed.
Yep. Interesting opener here from Puma.
Yeah.
Not really a clear direction. He opened up with the Reactor Hellions, only built 2, and then swapped immediately into Marine production.
Interesting.
He also slapped down a command center on the low ground, but right now HerO is actually making his move over towards Puma's base, and if he can pick off that SCV making the bunker or pick off a few Marines, he might actually be able to get in there and do some damage.
We'll have to see. I think that bunker is probably going to go up. The SCV is building it, thankfully, from the back. But the Marines are in the front right now to protect that bunker. And as soon as that bunker goes up, I don't see our Protoss player HerO able to break through and do any damage. And there's the bunker. The 4 Marines arrive inside. The Zealot goes down as well. And Puma secures his own natural expansion.
Very good hold right there from Puma. He also has this early factory that he can scout with now.
Yep.
Probably going to float that on over to HerO's base, try and figure out what's going on. HerO going with a 3-gate robo after the Nexus first. I like this. It's relatively safe. He'll be able to get that early obs out, figure out exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I totally agree. He's going to get that quick obs. A lot of times Protoss players want to get that cheap free scouting unit out there on the middle of the field, find out what's going on. And whoa, we have 3 sentries being warped in, but the factory sees the pylon and the 3 sentries. So we do see here that HerO is trying to go for some 3-gate pressure. But now that that has been scouted out, I think that Puma's going to be well prepared. He may even decide to throw up a secondary bunker. In fact, 2 more bunkers coming up. That's 3 bunkers in total, and SCVs have been pulled off the line as well.
Interesting. So I think HerO might have been feigning, you know, maybe like a 6-7 gate all-in timing there by warping those units in sight of the factory. Forces the additional bunker production, a 4th bunker going down. And is he going to actually pressure here? That would be suicide. Okay, no, he's going to back off. Puma probably going to put these SCVs back to mine as soon as he realizes that there's no serious threat right now.
Yeah, and the factory is going to make its way inside the main. It sees only 3 gates and a robotics facility. Of course, a Protoss player can still be hiding more buildings down south or at multiple different locations. Yes, the factory is under attack by 2 stalkers. It is now burning in the atmosphere, and it may eventually go down. Right now, Puma really has a lot of defense at his front door. 4 bunkers in total, and you know what? You can never get too much bunkers. They're really good. You can salvage them at later portions of this game, and there's the first salvage.
I mean, all you really lose is the time that it takes the SCV to build the bunker and the additional 25, and the invested resources at that time. So you're investing 100 at that time that you're not spending elsewhere. But I mean, what's better?
Save you a game,
what's better, dropping a few bunkers or losing a game? Just drop the extra bunkers, play safe. Why not? It's so frustrating to see players lose games where, you know, if they just had 1 additional bunker or just a bunker period, they would have held an attack.
Well, it looks like HerO now, after feigning, as you said, that 6 gate or plus 7 to 8 gate aggression, is going to go ahead and go into a 3rd nexus here. Love the position of the ops right now. Sees all the movement of the troops for Puma, excuse me. And with the 3rd nexus now coming up, HerO is going to quickly look to go into a macro game. But of course, like, as I said before, on this map, where is Puma going to expand to? Is he going to grab this risky 3rd right in view of those rocks, and then of course just a hopscotch away to the nexus of the Protoss player, or is he going to go for the gold?
Well, it looks like he's positioning the command center to take the natural 3rd on the left-hand side. But, you know, we already mentioned this. HerO has that early Colossus. He's in position. He can start working on that 3rd, and just based on the positional spawns, he's in a great spot.
That's a bunch of gateways also about to join the production queue as well. 5 more gateways to add onto the 3s for a total of 8, with Twilight Council coming down at the same time. And HerO applying aggression once again. All the bunkers were salvaged here. So if HerO wanted to, he could poke the front door a little bit. Not sure how much damage he could do. Of course, that bio ball is actually quite reduced in size because half of them are in the air in the medevacs.
And he saw those medevacs with the observers.
Yeah.
So Puma needs to be really careful. He has to get rid of this observer. He's going to fly by it once again, I think. Is he going to take that out? Whoa.
Wow. A lot of force fields being forced out of the Protoss player there.
Stimmed his entire army as well.
So both players using a little bit of their spells and their energy to no real avail, as there was about to be, there might have been a battle that had occurred there, but both players decided to back off.
Combat shield and +1 about to finish at the exact same time right now. That would be the optimum time for a push, but he's going to run both these medevacs directly into some stalkers here, and he will pull them back before losing them. That could have been a disaster for Puma right there, but he often does that. He'll be watching his medevacs right as they go in, just to ensure that he doesn't lose them to something stupid.
That Marine goes down in a burst of fiery flame. The hallucinated Colossus coming out here. HerO may be trying to feign an attack with a bunch of Colossus, or maybe just force Puma into producing more Vikings than he necessarily needs. And at the same time now, Puma attacking through the front. Both players just toying with fire right now. They're in very precarious positions.
Does Puma know that these Colossus are hallucinated? I'm not sure if he does. He's being very aggressive right now, and it's actually the right move for him.
Wow,
he's going to take out that 3rd. He's going to get a ton of probes here as well. And if he needs to, if things start getting dicey, he can pack up and leave. But I think he's got the upper hand in this fight. He's going to pick off that Colossus. Oh, no.
Oh, that force field saving the Colossus in the back. Yeah. And it looks like HerO is going to absolutely decimate that Terran army.
Well, not quite decimate. It's still going to be pretty close here. If he can get rid of that, no, he's not going to get rid of that Colossus. Now, Puma traded very well right there. He's going to keep both of these medevacs alive. He took out the 3rd. All that remains right now for HerO is this Colossus, a handful of sentries, and some stalkers. He just warped in a ton of charge lots to try and go end the game. But Puma being Puma has been macroing this whole time. He has reinforcements waiting back at base. If he can unite these 2 medevacs with his army that's waiting back at base, I think he'll be absolutely fine. He also has a PF at the 3rd.
It looks like HerO may be on a mission to prevent those medevacs from reuniting, and it looks like the Stalker's getting underneath. They do not have Blink quite yet, as it is still researching, so they can't chase after those medevacs, and Puma will be allowed to regroup those guys. Now, Puma did get the orbital, or excuse me, the planetary fortress at this location, no doubt getting it as a PF just in case, because it's such a precarious position. However, Puma, HerO right now is behind a Nexus, and he is certainly feeling the pressure of this game. He's got to make something happen because he just can't play a macro game at this point.
Yeah, he certainly does. He's trying to get back into it, though. He has dropped his third here. Puma just delaying as much as possible right now. Doesn't want to engage because he does have the upper hand in the macro game, so he's just playing it very smart right now. Doesn't want to try and get into a situation where he's forced to duke it out with HerO right now, but HerO might press the action at the third and force this situation that we're speaking of.
Yeah, and I was hoping HerO would do this a little bit sooner. He's really got to make something happen. I'm surprised he didn't destroy the rocks earlier in this game and try to poke that planetary or poke at this location and force something out of Puma. As it stands, he really just kind of danced in the middle of the map, didn't really push any position. And now, yes, he is warping in a lot more units, but man, losing that Nexus, losing that chrono boost, and losing the mining from the minerals and the gas has really hurt him in a big way.
I agree. This timing push from HerO could be devastating, though. Look how many High Templar he has in the mix right now. Storm is done, and there are no ghosts out on the field.
Wow, great storms right there to keep the reinforcements from saving that planetary fortress. The force field's keeping the SCVs away. The PF is going to go down, so HerO trades eye for an eye, and the nice thing here is he can escape really easily right down this ramp where the rocks used to be.
Yeah, he certainly can. He does have a few more storms here for Puma. He might be able to take Puma out right here. I think he's going to continue to press the action. His force is getting a little bit scrambled right now, kind of splitting up into different directions. He needs to
Where are the
regroup everything. I don't know.
Puma?
I don't know. He has no ghosts right now.
He has no ghost right now. He is actually dropping the 6 o'clock right now. Gets a great storm off on those M&M, but it looks like Puma will be able to micro out. No, too many charge lots right there. But yeah, where are the ghosts? There are 3 ghosts now in production, and that was really the balancing factor. I think the reason why HerO just kind of demolished that Terran army was because he had all the spellcasters and Puma did not.
Yeah, I agree. Colossus goes down right there. That was his one and only Colossus that had been deceiving Puma all game long. He kept hallucinating that Colossus over and over. It's such a smart move on his part. Now, is he going to try and press it home here? Ghosts just now starting to arrive.
Yep.
So if HerO wanted to, this would be the opportune moment
before
to try and push. Yeah, to try and push and end this game. And it looks like he's going to. He's working his way up into the natural. That command center creating a terrible, impassable block for HerO. HerO needs to be careful here. The building positioning right there not favoring him in this battle.
Yeah, and it looks like that command center being erected right there was certainly very helpful. Of course, lowering the amount of surface area that the Protoss player has to get in there and fight with. And now the Ghosts do have enough energy for EMP Shockwave. Puma needs to desperately get that 3rd command center right back up there and start mining again so he can stay toe-to-toe with the Protoss, who is now securing a 4th. A lone Marine there. Gonna try to deny that, but he may need a little bit more damage in order to prevent the Nexus from going up.
Yeah, he certainly may. He is going to reestablish his 3rd now. Puma
man, that 3rd could go down, Pain.
Yeah, it certainly could. It might go down immediately, actually.
Yeah, Puma
if he loses this, he's in a lot of trouble. He cannot afford to lose this. He's going to lose all those freshly dropped mules as well. Can he win this fight, though?
I don't know.
He's going
There's
down.
an EMP going off on some of the charge lots, not really hitting the money. But yeah, Pain User, this is the problem with this map, I feel like, in Terran versus Protoss, or in most matchups, in fact. If you spawn like this, how do you secure this 3rd safely? This 3rd down here is so safe. It's only vulnerable to medevac drops, which are now is now going to be protected by those 2 cannons. But for this location, it's so hard to maintain. And there's a storm that just went off on some of the M&M.
And I think he's actually going to get it this time, and that is horrible for Puma. Puma needs to make something happen here, or he is going to fall farther and farther behind in this game. Can he do it? Can he make something happen? He has primary composition of Marines right now, very heavy on the Marines. And additionally, with these Ghosts, if he can pull out a miracle, hit all of the EMPs perfectly, get rid of those Templar, I don't think that's going to happen this time around, though. HerO already making that Colossus transition. 2 Colossus out on the field now. There's only a handful of Vikings. Actually, just 2.
The problem also here is Puma doesn't really have enough medevacs as he's been investing his Ghost into gas of the Ghost. So he really doesn't have that much staying power, and the more he stims, the lower his units get. They won't be able to recharge or reheal, and it may be coming to the point where Puma has to make something happen. He may have to go for the attack here. He's just been starved off on 2 bases for too long, and he's just got to have to cross his fingers and go for the gold.
Yeah, he's got to be careful, though. He can't rush into things, and HerO, knowing this, knowing that Puma's
There are the Ghosts. They launched
action.
some great EMPs on the Archons and the Colossi, even the charge lots underneath getting hit.
Yeah, he definitely hit a few of the Archons there, hit
Ooh.
some of the forces.
And a Colossus just went down, and it was going as it was going down the ramp. Meanwhile, a medevac drop being used in the back of the 6 o'clock. So really, Puma being very efficient with his units right now. He's certainly trying to balance in terms of this next engagement, despite the economy disadvantage.
I love the setup, though, from Puma. He keeps his army so tight.
Yep.
He hits those EMPs pre-fight to ensure, and oh my god, he just stimmed everything. He's going to head straight into the natural. He's really committing here.
Wow.
HerO not reacting right away, wants to wait until the second stim gets used, until he has the worst position possible. And here we go.
This is gonna be it. Puma has to extract as much damage as possible. It looks like HerO's just gonna pull back. The Ghosts are in the front. They can launch so many EMPs. I don't think they have any more energy though. And this is gonna come down to the final battle here at the Protoss Natural. Everything, all the buildings just getting wrecked apart. That Archon falls down and a storm goes down on the M&M. All the M&M are just gonna get shocked to death. And there's nothing remaining. HerO here is going to win out this battle, and he comes out with a significant advantage, but there are reinforcements arriving.
These cannons will help slow down the reinforcements here, and so will these charge loss. They're going to buy enough time for HerO to get back over there with his main force, and he is going to hold on to the gold here. He did lose a ton of probes, though. Look at the probe count right now. 29 to 43
70
SCVs.
workers killed total this entire game. Yeah, you know what? HerO did lose a lot of workers, but here's the thing. He's got the gold, so he can send all 23 of those workers or all 30 of those probes over to mine the gold right now. And in the meantime, he's making an attack at the third location of the Terran for the third time today. If he denies this orbital command, that is going to be it for Puma. Great storm going down there. Second storm doesn't really hit the mark. The Archon is just wrecking the SCVs. The SCVs end up killing that Archon. Puma, is he going to maintain control over this orbital or not?
I don't think so. I think HerO's going to be able to take it out here, and as soon as he takes that out,
SCVs!
Puma is going to be down to one base.
There's the GG!
There it is.
Liquid HerO for Team Liquid, bringing it back, tying up this